So, very good evening, everyone. Let me share with others. You can also share, then we'll start the day. So, very good evening, everyone. So, very good evening, everyone. Once more, let's start the day. Who is here? Amitabh Bachchan from Pakistan. Can you please tell me your correct name, Mr. Bachchan? Good evening, Mr. Bachchan. Good evening, Tushar. Good evening, KK. Good evening, Prashant. Good evening, Sanya. Good evening, Vishnu. Good evening, Dharmendra Pratap Singh. Good evening, Mona. Good evening, Badal. Good evening, Prashant. Very good. Prashant, why have you written this name, Amitabh Bachchan from Pakistan? Very good. I was not that. Now, see, this much condition is that bad that Amitabh Bachchan has to move in another country. Okay, let's start the day then. Welcome back, learners. I hope you are sitting with pen and notepad. Give me confirmation if you are sitting with pen and notepad. I hope you all are sitting with pen and notepad. Okay, got it. Got it, Prashant. Okay, let's start the day, everyone. So today we have day 12 out of 30 our days. We have completed 11th day, and today we are going to talk about translations. Yes, so what we'll be learning today basically we'll be focusing that how we can translate English to Hindi and what errors we are doing. We can try to remove them. Yes, and we will try to get to know first what errors we are doing. Yes. So let's see, first understand what is translation. I hope you already know. The translation is a process converting words or text from one language to another language. It is not about only Hindi and English. It can be any languages where we are translating one language from another language. That is called translation. And especially in today's lesson, we are going to learn that how we can translate sentence from Hindi to English, and we'll also understanding the key features, grammar, contextual differences. So let's talk about rule number one, which is on your screen, word order, which is all about it is different in Hindi and English. If we talk about in Hindi, we use subject, object, verb, and English we use subject, verb, object. Let me explain it. So जब भी आप बेसिक ट्रांसलेशन में रूल नंबर वन की बात करेंगे वर्ड ऑर्डर वाला, तो हिंदी सेंटेंस में आपने देखा होगा जब हिंदी आप स्टेटमेंट बोल रहे हैं उसमें आपका सब्जेक्ट के बाद हम ऑब्जेक्ट यूज करेंगे जब भी हम हिंदी स्टेटमेंट बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन जब हम इंग्लिश की बात करेंगे उसमें आपका ऑब्जेक्ट हमेशा वर्ब के बाद आएगा, तो ये आपको ध्यान रखना है। जैसे एग्जांपल देखिए आप स्क्रीन पर, एग्जांपल आपसे क्या कह रहा है, मैं स्कूल जा रहा हूँ, तो आई वी ऑलरेडी नो दिस, मैं इज डिनोटिंग फॉर सब्जेक्ट and school is your object, and that जा रहा हूँ is all about your verb. Yes, जाना is verb. Now we need to understand that that's after subject objective is coming in Hindi case. Yes, but when we talk about in terms of translation, we have to keep this object in the end. So you can see the translation, I am going to school. Next is that no direct translation for hona. Whenever we use such kind of word in translation, hona, nahi hona, we never translate these words. For them, we have some direct equivalent words in English. Let's say there is an example. मुझे खुश होना चाहिए, so I should be happy. I will not say here I need to be happy. Yes, or I cannot say that I have to be happy. I will be not using any word for hona. I will be just keep saying I should be happy. Yes. Now let's see there is the clarification in the verb word order translation. So when we talk about Hindi, as I told you already that मैंने पहले ही आपको बता दिया कि टिपिकली क्या होगा, आपके जो आपके ऑब्जेक्ट है वो पहले आ जाएगा वर्ब से हिंदी में, लेकिन इंग्लिश की बात करेंगे उसमें आपके क्या रहता है कि ऑब्जेक्ट जो है वर्ब के बाद ही यूज किया जाएगा। अगेन यू कैन सी वन मोर एग्जांपल, वह किताब पढ़ रहा है। सो किताब मींस बुक इज योर ऑब्जेक्ट एंड विच इज कमिंग बिफोर verb, or before that action verb and after subject. So it means it is a kind of pattern, subject object verb. Yes, but if we talk about in English में हमको याद रखना है कि हमारा जो verb है, जो हमारी verb है उसके बाद ही हमारा object आना है। Yes. Tenses and aspects, let's talk about what we have to do in tenses and aspects. So first and last most important thing, then you need to understand that Hindi English both the tenses structure differently. आपके दोनों टेंस एकदम सेम तरीके से नहीं बनते। हिंदी में जो हम बोलते हैं वो इंग्लिश में पैरेलल ट्रांसलेट होगा, और जो इंग्लिश में आप बोलेंगे वो हिंदी में डिफरेंटली ट्रांसलेट होगा, सेम टू सेम नहीं रहेगा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल हिंदी में आप वर्ब्स यूज कर रहे हैं प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूअस में, रहा है रही रहा है, सेम इन पास्ट कंटिन्यूअस रहा था रही थी, सेम इन फ्यूचर रहे होंगे रहा होंगे, these are not always translate directly. Yes, we just need to remember that what we have to do there in the terms of verb we are adding ing and we are not keep trying to translate them in the same pattern. Very good evening Usha. मैं स्कूल जा रहा था, I was going to school. Yes, so those were the rules which I told you for word order, word object verb, and word object verb, and verb object, and the translation and tense is one for the translations. Next is here which is all about postpositions in Hindi versus preposition in English. अगर हम prepositions की बात करें ये भी आपके इंग्लिश में डिफरेंट रहती है, हिंदी में डिफरेंट रहती है। हाउ सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड। अगर आप हिंदी में बात करेंगे तो postpositions आर यूज आफ्टर नाउन्स, लेकिन इंग्लिश में बात करेंगे तो ये prepositions बन जाती है जो आपके यूज होती है बिफोर नाउन्स। लेट्स से वह कमरे में है, so postpositions, this में is using before that after nouns, वह कमरे में है, yes, he is in the room. But if we talk about in preposition case, when you are translating that, it is going after, if we talk about it is using before nouns, yes, in the rooms. It means that जब भी आप prepositions use करेंगे आपके translation में, तो हिंदी में तो आप क्या करेंगे, हिंदी में तो आपको prepositions को always noun के बाद में use करना है, लेकिन जब आप ट्रांसलेट कर रहे हैं उस केस में क्या होगा आपके कि ये नाउन से पहले यूज किया जाएगा। जैसे कि वह कमरे में है तो लास्ट में जा रहा है prepositions, लेकिन जब आप इसे ट्रांसलेट कर रहे हैं तो वो आपके क्या होगा, रूम जो नाउन है उससे पहले यूज हो रहा है, लाइक ही इज इन द रूम। ये रूम हमारा क्या है, दैट इज अ नाउन। Yes, but if we talk about here, then in the case of translation, we are keeping in before now. Okay. I hope we are clear till here. There is no concern, no doubt, or if you have, you can ask. I hope there is no concern and no doubt. Am I audible clearly? Am I audible clearly? Okay, Dharmendra and Vishnu. Now let's move for that word which is an article that which we use in the terms of translation. A and the. See, first you understand that A and N दोनों का use एक के लिए किया जाएगा whenever we have something singular. But there's a little difference when to use, not to use. So when we talk about that these articles, A you will be using always in the case of before consonant sound. But if we talk about N, this you have to use before vowel sounds. Yes. But there are some exceptional cases as well. Let's say vowel sounds with vowel letters as well. Yes. Like he's a good boy, वह एक अच्छा लड़का है. Yes. And the is always all about specific things. Then when you are talking about any specific thing, specific concern and all, you are using the. We'll be learning in future detail articles. Now there is all, this is all about for translation patterns. So I'm telling you quickly overview for these things. Yes. Now let's talk about conjunctions. What are the conjunctions? Conjunctions are that words which help us to join two sentences. If I say, let's say that Neha likes to eat samosa, full stop. Payal likes to eat samosa. It means Neha and Payal they both like to eat samosa. So why to speak one sentence again and again except name everything is same? Then I can simply say Neha and Payal like to eat samosa. See examples I have given here or lekin, kintu, parantu and all. Yes. And let's say or for and, lekin for but, English and but. So we use and always whenever we are going to write same things. We are joining a two sentences by the same choice, same selection, same things. Whenever we are talking about same concern for the same things. But is always for parallel, a different choice. Let's say choose conjunction based on the sentence meaning. So मैं स्कूल जा रहा हूँ और तुम घर जा रहे हो. I'm going to school and you are going home. It means I know they both are going different locations, but the main work is happening same. They both are going. Negative sentences, Hindi and English. That's you know already. When we talk about negative, that it's negations and often using nahi. In English, we use not. Yes. So when let's say this is very simple rule I know, but still I mention because when we talk about terms of translation, यही rule है जो हमारा पूरा गलत करवा देते हैं. वह स्कूल नहीं जा रहा है. He is not going to school. But now there is one more concern which is contextual translations where we are using idioms and all which change completely time multiple times the meaning of our understanding. जब भी आप contextual translation कर रहे हैं जहाँ आपके like you are using compound sentences, advanced sentences and you are also using phrases, idioms, वहाँ फंस जाते हैं. वहाँ या तो गलती करते हैं या चीजों को mix कर देते हैं. So let's say we need to always consider the meaning rather than just translating words directly. क्या तुम मुझे समझ रहे हो? It means literal meaning is are you understanding? But if you see that's it's all about are you understanding because we are using rahe ho raha hai. It is all about for that present continuous. But if you see the different meaning that is also not wrong. Do you understand? Do you understand me? Yes. Use of idioms, idiomatic expressions. We need to understand that these are all whenever we are using idioms phrases. I have shown you in the last to last class also. When you want to speak different from the crowd, then you can start using idioms. Don't judge a book by its cover. Contextual meanings. Hindi I have already mentioned here. So maybe that could be help you. Yes. So it's all about that contextual translations जहाँ आपको phrases तो सीखने पड़ेंगे. लेकिन द मीनिंग इज नॉट दैट द हिंदी में जो आप कहना चाह रहे हैं इंग्लिश विल क्रिएट द सेम मीनिंग इन फ्रेज. For it, you know as many as phrase you know as much as you can nicely translate. Next is all about cultural sensitivity in translation. What we have to do here, that you need to understand whenever we translate the things, is like whenever we are translating the words, that when you are using any kind of culture word, casteism, is any kind of religion and all, you need to be very very mindful for that, translating these words. This should not happen that you are we when we use this word, it can create any cultural difference and it can be little problematic. So some words or phrases may not have direct equivalent meaning in other language, but we need to be always mindful for cultural differences. Let's say there is a sentence, वह बहुत दबंग आदमी है. So instead of dabang, use the term that fits the culture. If I write that dabang, he is a dabang man, that dabang has a multiple meanings. Yes. Some people keep it in positive manner, some people keep it in negative manner. It should not happen that I am using any particular word for any culture, any religion, any gender, is any specific caste, then that can create different meaning. So it's all about selection of the word while speaking. So I will be keep using the same words which can fit with the culture. Let don't I will be not calling that person you are a dabang man, you are a dabang lady. I'll simply say that he is a very bold man or you are a very bold man. Yes. So this is from my side. Now we will be talking about mistakes of discussion, mistakes of translation, which we generally do. Are we clear till here? If there is any doubt, please ask. If there is any doubt, please ask. Very good evening, Sriji Flower Decoration. No doubt, please speak something. Yes, no. Very good evening, Gungun. You are late today. Sanya, why are you laughing? You can share for us also the joke. We can also laugh. Good evening, Rajni ma'am. चलिए then we can talk about these words. गलतियों की बात करते हैं जो basically we do that. I'm fine, ma'am. Thanks for asking. How are you? Yes. So whenever we translate, these are the two mistakes which most of the people do. Yes, I also used to do earlier. वो आपको अपने दिमाग से निकाल देनी है. First, translate word to word for word. Sometimes it happens that whenever we translate, we think that पूरे sentence का सारे शब्द लगा दूं, को का भी लगा दूं, के का भी लगा दूं, से का भी लगा दूं, है का भी लगा दूं, पर का भी लगा दूं. You need to understand every word. If you translate word to word like this, you will be unable to translate a single time correctly. You will be keep doing errors and blunders. So we need to understand that we need to ignore these things. Using the wrong form of the verb in the tense. Most of the people have habit then when they understand, when they listen the word past, then they always add ed in the verb. And when they talk about past, they always use was and were. So we need to be very clear that when to use was, were, when to use ing, when to use second form of the verb, or when to use third form of the verb. For this tenses, knowledge required. If you are struggling with the tenses, you can go in playlist. There is one tense a sentence about playlist which is all about tenses. You can explore from there. When we talk about tips, there are two tips which can help you. You can focus on sentence meaning, not just individual words. So जब भी आप कोई tense पढ़ रहे हैं, translate कर रहे हैं हिंदी से English, try to read complete tense, and while reading it, then आपको उसको पता करना है कि वो कौन सा tense है. प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट है, फ्यूचर इंडेफिनिट है, कॉन्टिन्यूस है, परफेक्ट है, क्या मांग रहा है वो, क्या पूछ रहा है. देन वाइजली यू ट्रांसलेट, अप्लाई योर सेम ट्रांसलेशन पैटर्न विच यू लर्न इन स्कूल टाइम, टेंसेस एंड ऑल. दैट ये नहीं कि हमारे लाइक हम स्कूल जाते हैं, सो वी आर गो टू स्कूल. इस तरीके से नहीं करना है कि फॉर ईच एंड एवरी वर्ड वी हैव टू translate. No, not like that. We have to keep checking the things, how the things are going on. बी अवेयर फॉर आइडियोमेटिक एक्सप्रेशंस इन बोथ लैंग्वेजेस, या दैट्स ट्रुथ। इस हमें ये भी पता होना चाहिए कि अगर हम इडियम्स यूज कर रहे हैं, उनको हिंदी में भी यूज कर रहे हैं, इंग्लिश में भी यूज कर रहे हैं, तो दोनों का हमें पूरी तरीके से, सॉरी, उनका हमें पूरी तरीके से, लाइक वी नीड टू फाइंड द मीनिंग ऑफ दीज वर्ड्स सो वी कैन इजीली ट्रांसलेट. Otherwise, it should not happen that you are that Hindi sentence is saying something, you are translating something. English is saying something, and you are translating Hindi something. Good evening, Shreya. Conclusion. Let's understand the last line. Translation is not only about converting words; it's about conveying द मीनिंग एंड टोन करेक्टली. इस अगर आप देखेंगे हिंदी में आपने कोई भी एक पार्टिकुलर टेंस को ले लिया, स्टेटमेंट को ले लिया, आपने उसको हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट किया, ये नहीं कि आपने इंग्लिश को लिया, इंग्लिश से हिंदी में कर दिया. यू मस्ट हैव एक्सपीरियंस, जब भी आप गूगल ट्रांसलेट पर जाते हैं, गूगल पर आप हिंदी से इंग्लिश या इंग्लिश से हिंदी ट्रांसलेट करते हैं, तो वो पूरा गलत कर देता है मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम. इस उसने जहां पर से में लगा देगा, वो उसी के वर्ड लगा देगा कनेक्टर. बट बेसिकली वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट वी नीड टू कन्वे द मैसेज वॉट एवर हैज बीन आस्क्ड. And while speaking, we need to keep the tone correctly, and it is possible only when we are keeping the words correctly. You need to encourage daily practice translations and try to think in English to improve your fluency. If it's possible, अगर आपको लगता है कि आप ट्रांसलेशन में कोई गलतियां नहीं करते हैं, आराम से कर लेते हैं, then there is no problem. जहां भी आप प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, आप प्रैक्टिस करिए. और इफ यू थिंक यू आर स्टिल डूइंग एरर इन ट्रांसलेशन, देन पूरे दिन में सुबह से लेके शाम तक आपको एक बार तो बैठना ही है, पेन पेंसिल लेके. Translate as much as you can do that. Is otherwise it will create problem for you. I will show you one website which can help you to that learn how to translate, or especially you can practice translation part. That is really amazing. Are we clear till here? Are we clear till here? Should we move? Should we move further? Okay. So there are few tenses, a few statements. 5 statements are there basically on my screen. And where we have one question, 4 statements. Can you quickly translate them in English? Let's translate them in English, then we will talk about them. You have 5 minutes. Please translate them. I'm asking everyone who's ever is using. Waiting for others. Very good, Rajni ma'am. Miss Ankita, will you come to meet me tomorrow? W needs to be capital and full stop will not come. Question mark will come. It's wrong. Same with you, Dharmen. W needs to be capital. Sania, W needs to be capital. Amitabh Bachchan, I get up early in the morning. I needs to be capital. After morning, you need to keep full stop. We are going on a trip next month. Gungun, W needs to be capital. He gave me a book. He gave me his book. Will you come to meet me tomorrow? Vishnu, after tomorrow. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Did you come to meet me tomorrow? No, its sense is wrong. Why did with tomorrow? I wake up early morning every day. Quite better. Good evening, sir. Good evening, RDS vlogs. We are going to vacations next month. Ankita, W needs to be capital. He gifted me his book. Gift? Gifts. Or gave. But he gave me his book. Going to holidays next month. He's a good sports. Get up in the morning. I wake up early in the morning. We are going to holiday. He very good too, but he is very good at playing. It's wrong. Corrected. We are going to vacations next month. I want a friendship with girls. Huh? I have no girlfriends. Who is this person? Paplu Papli. Paplu Papli. Wake up early in the morning. No girls friends. He is good in playing. He is very good in sports. Will you come tomorrow to meet me? Hello, give me this. He is very well in games. Okay, I'm sharing the answers. Let's check your answers. So see the first one. First one is on my screen. मैं हर दिन सुबह जल्दी उठता हूँ. So we will be you making. I wake up early every morning. Yes. If your answer is this, then it's correct. You can also cross check. क्या तुम मुझे कल मिलने आओगे? Will you come to meet me tomorrow? उसने मुझे अपनी किताब दी. He gave me his book. Because किताब दी we are using for past indefinite. So we'll be using gave. हम अगले महीने छुट्टियों पर जा रहे हैं. We are going to vacation next month. Yeah, here you must have question ki we are talking about future and why are we making in present continuous. Yes, so it's all about because that plan is already planned. When we plan something, the things that are already planned and designed for the future, we are allowed to use present continuous for those words. वह खेल में बहुत अच्छा है. He is very good at sports. So these are the answers. You can check your answers. Let's test में मेरा 4 बन आया था. Okay, was nice. Okay. Thank you so much for joining class, everyone, and share your responses. Good to know that you are responding. Still, people are writing. Good job. If you have any question, you can ask related to today's lesson. Otherwise, we can move it because fees jama kar raha hu. Please don't talk personally here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's class. And let's continue the class here. Call it the day. Because today my health is little not fine. I have to visit doctor. There is my appointment around 9 o'clock. Yes. So let's meet tomorrow at the same time. Please take care and good night.